Can you talk about anything that is in the works? Where would you like to go? Are there any books that you sort of think would be great, that you sort of have mulling around in your heads that you'd like to go to?
Well,
how do you find out from your audience, as part of this question, where to go next with your writing and your ideas?
Most of the time we talk it over with our editors, and they'll actually say, we'd kind of like a book on this subject. Is that one that you'd be interested in doing? Sometimes we say yes, sometimes we don't. One of the things I'm really good at is explaining fairly complex subjects to people who are just starting out. So for example, the book I'm working on right now is part of a series from PeachpitTV called the Visual Project Guide. Sorry, the Visual Quick Project Guide. And those are very small books. They're only 150 pages, lots of big color pictures. And I'm doing one on cascading style sheets. The idea being is that people who are completely new to the concept of CSS will be able to pick up my book and get far enough so that, they could say, read one of your books. So.
Well, indeed, and I felt my book was a stepping stone to those really complex technical tomes that really drill down in detail. Yes. And people go and buy those. And I mean, Eric Mayer is a very, very brilliant guy. And he wrote a brilliant book. But you're not just going to walk in and pick that up off the shelf and start to learn CSS. That is not an entry-level book. It's a brilliant book, but you need that stepping stone. I feel my book was a stepping stone to that. So I think this idea of being able to pitch yourself at exactly the level and know the kind of reader you have.
We're all in the business of reducing our readers' pain. And my reader, generally speaking, are the folks who are really just starting out on a subject. I think yours are perhaps people who have a little more expertise.
Or wish to have a little more expertise.
Or wish to have a little more expertise, exactly. And then, of course, Eric's are the people who already know a heck of a lot about stuff.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
But for instance, a friend of ours wanted to learn everything about JavaScript, or at least get deeply into it. So
I've been trying to do that for 5 years. Go ahead.
He went and bought all the big, thick books by the experts on JavaScript.
Yes.
And he said he went off for a week to Hawaii, and that was his plan, was to just immerse himself in this stuff and come back with expertise. And he said that he understood none of it. In the airport, coming back, he was looking through the books in the bookstore at the airport, saw our book, bought it, and then he read it on the plane on the way back. And once he read our book, he was then able to understand all these other big, thick books.
I have this analogy that there are stepping stones across the river, okay? And until you can walk on the first stepping stone and the second one, there's no point trying to jump to the third one because you're just going to fall in the river.
That's absolutely right.
So I think you've done a great job of those early stepping stones. And I'm somewhat out in the middle of the river with them, and I think it's important as a writer to know which stepping stone you're trying to provide here and really focus on that. Otherwise,
we've been lucky enough also so that the market seems to like our approach. Our books are used a lot at the community college level and at the undergraduate schools. So,
yeah, I can see why you've had such great success there.
We take the Quickstart part of the title seriously, which is we're just there to get you up and running quickly. There's always an appendix at the back that says where to learn more. We're not trying to be the end-all be-all. You will not understand everything about this topic when you're done with the book. But you'll know if you want to go on.
A great conceptual framework on which to build.
That's right. You'll have the foundation that you really need.
Yeah. Really. And if you want to go on, you can. And here's where we suggest you go.
Well, I want to thank you both for your time. And I want to thank you personally for your fantastic books, which have got so many people off the ground and started. Right. You have done a great service to the industry, and it's my pleasure to have the opportunity to tell you that. So I thank you both for your time today and enjoy the rest of the show.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Good talk.
And you too.